Yes.
All right, so sit over there. Sit right here. And who is my other host? Who's my host? Host, no host. We don't have a host. All right, well, you the host. Come on.
Yeah. He's supposed to be the video thing. I want to.
You got to get it together. Who the other video person? We got 2 video people. You got one? Where Anwar? Anwar is the other video person. Z, you got to send the show. Man the chat. We got to get you a whiteboard too, Z, so you can kind of let me know that something is up on the chat. You got to slide all the way up so you can get your content. You got to make sure you up on the microphone and everything. The guests move in a little bit because y'all going to share that. Or we can get the other mic from 2. When 2 come out here, bring the other mic. So, I mean, you can. We need another stool then. Or you got that stool right there. You got to slide up so we can be, everybody can be seen. I gotta make sure camera angles and everything is. This is Tuke's seat right here. He about to teach y'all some stuff. Is everybody in position? The cameras is good.
And 5.
No, we not doing that. We not doing that. We don't do that. We don't do that. This is not that. Not at all. So everybody in position. Can we see that, brother? Y'all gotta make sure y'all all on the camera. Y'all gotta let people know when the guests come on. Y'all gotta let them know like positioning and all that good stuff. So that everybody could be seen. Z probably would be the person that would do that. The videographer could do that too. The social media manager is the person that would probably direct everybody. So we got everybody? We got everybody?
Yes.
So all right. So I'm gonna start the show. All right. So you the guest, right? I mean, no, you the host. Yes. You the other host. You the guest, right? You the other host. Yeah. All right. So. This is PSA, Philly Service Announcement, Takeover Tuesday, Takeover Love, Support, Great Social Activism, Resources, and Art. I am the assist, African Support and Strength, Inspiration and Success Together. Shout out to Nick, the Queen. You know, none of this would be possible without those folks. Nick, Raw Cannon, the Cannons, my man Mal, folks that just supported me when the idea was presented. We just ran with it. I got somebody else that supported me, you know. You would think it's a business situation, but I look at it like it's a communal situation. When I came into Glockaware Radio, it was a very communal situation. So this program, being able to do PSA programming, because that's what you're going to be seeing for the next 3 months, young folks coming in and out. I felt like having it be transient and have young folks who are dedicated is the best way to do it. So I got young folks here that always have been around, but they not people new that you've seen these programs that have helped them get a lot of different opportunities. It's a way as if you don't have access, so to speak, monetarily, which I don't always have to that level, you can get exposure for these community children. And I want to always have it open for whatever a young person is going on in their life. If they can be here on Tuesdays, that's cool. If they can be here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, that's dope. That's a commitment that's going to get you perks, I guess you can say, from being at every joint. But if you can only come on Saturdays, if you can only come on Thursdays, slide through. Let me know. We'll reach out, let you know what's going on. They're going to send this out, so folks are going to see it as we send it out. The other thing before I get to Toot is these young folks right here that already are doing it. They have a social media management company called Reps. We definitely going to get the LLC for that over the course of this. And we're going to have to re-find out, do people want to do it? Like, is this something they really want to do? You're going to have all the equipment you need. You're going to have the network and the exposure you need. You're going to get the skill set by doing the program you need. So what you want to do next? So my host, can you let everybody know who you are?
All right, so my name is Walid, and
that's it? Just Walid? Cool, I can rock with that. But now you got to look at the camera. You got to make sure they can see your face. The hood is not a problem. I've done the show with the hood on and all that. That's not an issue. You got to make sure they're getting the content. So is your seating comfortable? Will you have to lean up on the mic like that every time?
No.
All right. Well, make sure you comfortable, because you have to, after Took does his presentation, you will have to have questions as the host. So as you're listening to Took talk, you need to be taking note of questions that you may want to ask. Some folks have folks around who they can ask, like, I want to ask this question, or they keep notes. I usually don't do that. I kind of just listen to what people saying as they go. I think of like questions that I think are pertinent to me, understanding what's going on, and more importantly to the folks who are watching it, because this is a information and resource show owned and operated by returning citizens. Okay? All right. So make sure while he's talking, as the host, you're listening, jotting down questions. And if you're going to be doing this for real, you might be a note taker. Some people do it with laptops. They, as you talking, they type in what they want to remember, and then they can come back and ask you. So, my other host over there, can you allow people to know who you are? Move the mic over for him real quick. Can you get the mic from social media manager, please? Thank you.
Yeah, my name's Samaj. I'm the other host. Southwest Original in here.
You know what I mean? So, I like the fact that he did the Southwest Original, because that will probably have to now become his tagline. And I say tagline, but everybody got to have like a little spill. So my spill when I come on is, this is PSA, Philly Service Announcement, Takeover Tuesday, I'm the assist, all of that good stuff. And then another tagline that I do, and these can be called different things. I'm saying tagline. But another thing that I say is like, that's what we doing out here. I type that in the comments a lot of time. That's something that can connect people to the show. If you see that, you probably know that it's me. So the things that you say accompany your name, and you don't have to have a spill per se. You could just be like, yo, I'm Jarue. This is the show. Let's get it popping. But people, that tagline or that saying or that little slogan or whatever you want to call it, it connects people to you. So it's something that people actually tend to look forward to. Like when they see you, people want you to do that. Or when you do it, they be like, oh, all right, yeah, that's that. So him saying Southwest Original, that's a tagline. But you could just say Wallet. And we're going to take this guest and find out who she is, but we're going to ask Took to come in after she allows y'all to know who she is as a guest. And we'll talk to her more after Took. And she might have some questions for Took. And I would say as a guest, the 3 questions that we always ask people is, who are you? Identity. You've heard these things before, young lady. What is your resource? And why do you do what you do? Okay? So I want you thinking that. Now, while you listening to Took, you could be thinking of questions to ask him. But more importantly, I want all of y'all to just be paying attention to, the game, the wisdom, whatever word we want to use for information, knowledge, him being an elder, him being a griot of sorts with this media, he's able to put out what he wants people to know about culture. And that's something that I'll talk more about as we do the program, because it's very important to this program, how you can utilize this to change culture. This can be utilized to change culture. How you use this content, this form of media, this way to connect with people, you can utilize it to change culture. So, again, being the guest, can you allow us to know what is your name?
My name is Yasera the Best.
I like it. So, that's what hosts usually do, but I like that too. It's like, no, I'm just messing with you. But I want you to remember, because this is, part of our show. Who are you? Think of some things about who you are that you want people to know. What's your resource? What is something that you give, that you add to? What are things that you bring that adds to people's lives? I'll say that's what a resource is. What is stuff that you do that adds to people's lives, that adds to the human experience? And then the last question is, why do you do that? So that resource that you have, why do you do that? Where did it come from? So forth and so on. So that's what I want you thinking about. All right? So you're going to have to do more than one thing at one time. You're going to have to listen to Took, and you're going to have to think about answering those questions after Took gets done. All right? As the guest. All right, so this guy right here, this other guy, Anwar, he's our other videographer. No, we don't want you up here. You're behind the scenes today. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
We had some time. You had an opportunity. You missed it. Well, you were taking care of another part of the show. I love that. Now you're behind the scenes. So can you tell Took we ready for him? If he's not already, This is big. I don't know if y'all know. I've been doing this show for 4 years. I've never had an opportunity to sit down with this brother. Not that it's been anything negative at all, because I know y'all like to fill empty space or not knowing with negativity. But for me, in all honesty, this is a big deal for me. I've been telling them about being able to do programming for about 4 years. So for me to be able to do it myself and be able to do business with him with the program, this is dope for me. And y'all get to get some of the history of how this thing goes, learn some of these skill sets he got. I'm going to let him go. He's been doing this way longer than I've been doing it, so.
Hey, man, salute, man. Hey, first of all, salute PSA, salute everybody in the room, all the youngins and all that. Jarue is a special talent. It takes a talent to, first of all, talk for an hour and entertain the audience, your listening audience, your viewing audience, that's amazing to me. I be amazed every Tuesday. It's phenomenal. But my name is Toucan Sam. All my friends call me Toucan Sam, and I've been doing Glockaware since. It's been a long time, since 2001. And I was hustling T-shirts and CDs at a store. I had a partner, and we was hustling CDs, and we started printing T-shirts, and we sold them real fast. We sold them in like an hour, and we made the money. And we came back, and we did it again, and did it again. So we created these things called Glockaware T-shirts, and that's where Glockaware came from. The name, it started with T-shirts. And from there, we did radio. I've been doing radio for like 12 years, and it's super dope. I like my job, so that's what make me do it a lot. And it's I don't know.
So how did you get into radio? Like what having a radio station? You know what I'm saying? Because getting in the radio could have been like you went and worked at Power 99 for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you did some pirate radio or something. But like you went, this is a radio station. Like this is internet radio. Like how did you get into
that? Me and my partner Shab. Well, we was it was another internet radio station that wanted me to play music. Shout out to PCRadio.com. They wanted me to come play music on a Sunday, and my partner Shab was like, "Bro, you're not gonna want to do that. You're gonna want to watch the Eagles game. We should do our own show." So me and Shab did our own show. It was called the Glockaware Radio Show, and we started it over PC Radio, and we did it over there for about 3 or 4 years. You know, every Thursday from 8 to 10, and we would go. It's out Southwest, and we went out Southwest Philly, and we did it. And then we just thought we could do our own situation, and we started the Glockaware radio station. And I remember we started, and we plugged it up, and we had our first listener, and I was so geeked. I was like, look, it's somebody listening, you know what I mean? And from there it went on.
So, like the idea, that, like the technical part of it, like, how do you start a radio station? Like, where did y'all start as far as like what y'all had to buy, any licenses that y'all had to get, all of that type of stuff?
Yeah, well, it's first of all, you just gotta get your name, get all the name stuff situated. Then you gotta be somewhat computer literate, because you gotta buy the gear to stream live. So you buy your software, and then from there you can just pick your music. Now you're the program director. Now you pick your music, what you want to play, what you think other people want to hear, and then you go from there.
So when the idea of folks actually being on the radio station, because I know everything started with just like that Glockaware radio show. When y'all got the radio station, y'all was the show on there. Right. So when did other people get, like, when did you have the idea like, well, shit, we could put other people on the show, like how we got introduced to it?
It came quick, because we was in a warehouse when we actually started the Glockaware radio station, and then once we moved over there, we moved out of there and we moved across the street from here. And there's a building called He Holders. Shout out to Brock. He let us use his facilities, and we was in the back of his facility doing it, and then that's when Honest Fire came, and a couple other early radio shows that rock with us. DJ Waxspinner, he was here with us since the initiation. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just talented people that just wanted to do positive things, and they seemed that they knew that we was musically inclined, and we wanted to do what we wanted to do.
So were you doing music at any time, or you just was like somebody that was always in the music? What were you doing?
I was a producer. I produced music, and we had a group called Jigsaw, and I had a record company, and we actually had a record. We produced a record with them as well.
All right, see. Yo, this is the stuff that I kind of really wanted to talk to you about from day one, but it's like, it's cool that time has gone on, and it's like I seen how people move around you. Like not a finished product, but you get I'm getting to see the finished product, and it's like, damn, bro, just be like you said, I like my job. So how much of you doing this is like just you don't got to answer to nobody? How much culture is in it? How much is business, is a business move? You know, how much it is you just wanted to stake your claim in Philly? Like I made a mark in doing something. You know what I mean? Like folks got different reasons why they want to do it. What is the reason why you really do this? Like,
it's hip hop. I'm in the hip hop culture, and it's feeding me and my family, and I respect that. So I treat it as such.
Nah, I like that only because you be listening to me saying like hip hop is obsolete. Like I think you really understand my critique. That's why I feel like it's never a conversation that we had. Like bro, what you talking about? But I think you see over that time, like nah, it still do the big one for folks. But
like I said, when we was doing Glockaware t-shirts 2001, bro, I sold the run. I had City Blue brought $20,000 worth of shirts from us. USA Blue brought $10,000 worth of shirts from us. We went up New York. Sammy's Fashions in the Bronx was buying $7,000 to $10,000 worth of shirts from us every 2 weeks. We couldn't produce them fast enough.
that's hip hop.
off of t-shirts with hip hop sayings on them.
Right.
It was just because we was the first to like pretty much put t-shirts together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, on the hip hop side.
And it's a lot of dudes like you see. I know like you see what that business produces. I think they like it's like 5 billion, 10 billion. Like and these are things I seen on Instagram about how the t-shirt industry is and how much money you can actually make on t-shirts. Hearing artists say that t-shirts maintain them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like in 01, it was different because I was fascinated with people. People would ask me, yo, how is you putting this on the shirt? They did not know. See, now it's commercials, it's printsutton.com,
right.
And before you didn't know. You didn't know how to put it on the shirt.
Right.
People didn't know about heat presses. I was the first one with a heat press. People, and I had a 2-year run with it before people figured out
right.
what was going on.
No, that's crazy because I talk a lot about how people operate when they just don't know something. You know what I'm saying? And then for you, it's like I got the heat press. It's so crazy that they amazed by this because I got the heat press, but nobody was talking about a heat press. And I appreciate that, not just for what we doing and what we trying to teach, but as a learning moment. Like when you don't know, you always at a disadvantage because of the fact that everything looks like something that came out of thin air. Like when somebody show you something that you didn't know before, you could think it's magical, it's spiritual. It could come from anywhere because you knew nothing about it before, and that's what leaves you open to be taken advantage of. Not like y'all was taking advantage of people, but just that point of I had something that people didn't know, and they loved it.
Is that you can be something besides a basketball player and a drug dealer. It's so many things out there to do that you would love to get into and make a whole lot of money from it because you're passionate about it, because you like to do it.
So where is the t-shirt business now? Like where is it for you? Is it still like a mainstay? Is it something that just goes a part of having a whole radio show and selling the brand and all that, or is it still?
It's pretty much it's one of the hearts of my still doing what it do. You know what I mean? I still sell the shirts, not as abundance as I was back then because, like I said, the field is watered down now. People can go to YouTube and figure it out and do it themselves, but they still can't do it like I can do it.
Nah, I see, because you got everything like in studio, and as a part of this workshop, we definitely gonna come up, and when we get our stuff made, I'm saying probably like in the next 2 weeks when we get our stuff made, we definitely gonna video it. We definitely gonna, go through the same type of questions, because I think that it's very important to have, this is self-sustainability for me. Like everything that goes on, it's always another part to it. And we teach a lot about self-sustainability, and you having everything in-house, you are a production company, basically.
No, without a question.
So, and that's another level of business. Like we all could get our LLC and say we buying and selling stuff, or we trading stuff. But if it's something that I produce, and then set like that's I'm production. I eliminated all the middlemen and it's straight. This is my product. Nobody can tell me what to do with it. And more than anything, I created this. Like, do you teach that? I mean, I'm asking you to explain and do this workshop, but do you show people like the importance of ownership on that level?
I really don't, like, structurally, but as people come around me and my friends and people that want to know knowledge, I didn't invent the wheel, so I tell anybody anything that I know, I try to pass on. You know what I mean? And then it's variations of how you do it and how I do it. So I try to give knowledge as much as possible.
I can vouch for that because it's like I meeting boy didn't know him, and it's like when he was really patient with us. I always remember that, and I just think that that's how he is by nature, watching him deal with a lot of people, and that's the reason why he can do this too. I think like your character and personality, and those are real words for people who like to play with those type of words when they talk about people's character and personality. That's deep. Don't you can't play with that with people. You know what I'm saying? But or alongside that, ever since I've known him, anything that I've asked, if he had it, he allowed me to know. Like, yo, bro, you should do it like this. It's never been a like, bro, you getting on my nerves, or when ball come, I'm closing the door. And doing business with this brother, because this is a very important thing for black folk and how we do business. For a long stretch of time, he can vouch for it. Word was bond. It went down, and then life happened. This is a real business. This is a real industry for me. So things was like choppy, and it was never a thing. And I look at it like this: because he's a good businessman, because of character. Not because of he follow all of these business traits. Because if you come in here, you would think it probably ain't no paperwork. But the man know his paperwork too. Because he's not doing business how everybody has taught us to do business, from the standpoint of thinking somebody is going to snake you. I'm sure he's very aware of that. We all come from the street. So you always being mindful. But just the way he has done business with me is how I always try to express as Africans we should do business with each other. Like nothing you ever seen before. Because we had moments where he, rightfully so, could have changed our business dynamic and our personal dynamic and been right about it. Not that I snaked him or nothing like that. He allowed me, if I owed him something, he allowed me to pay it back. Period, point blank. Track record spoke. Like, bro ain't never played no games over 2 years. I'm almost good on 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that, before life. And then it was like, nah, bro, I appreciate what you bring to the table. And I know you've been doing sturdy business with me ever since. So, and you ain't going nowhere. You don't go nowhere. You keep coming back to this motherfucker. So it's like, I appreciate you for that. And the reason why I brought that out is because I think we need to have that level of understanding and patience with each other doing business. I'm not telling y'all to let nobody snake y'all. I don't think the brother ever thought that was going to go on. But rightfully so, he could have been like, bro, until you get everything situated, you might not be able to come up this jump. It was never that. And it wasn't like I just went rogue on the brother, you know what I'm saying? But I put all that out there because it's important for, as we do these things, how do we operate with business? What is the thing that allows you to have that patience? What is the thing that allows you to be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna give you this moment, or I can do that for you.
Well, it's the person. Your track record precedes yourself. If you're messy, of course nobody not gonna give you a chance because you're messy. But if you're a solid brother like yourself and have full intention of doing positive things, I can witness it. I can feel the energy, and that's what you go off of. You know
I appreciate you, because I got to the point where I hate that word energy, because they be playing with it out this joint. So I got another young man in here. Yeah, I put people on the spot, bro. We wanted them to come down here. Is that Chris over there? Yes. I be forgetting who you is sometimes because you don't got the locks in your hair. So when you was in my crib the other day, you almost got treated because I didn't know who the fuck you was. And then I had to think about it and say, damn, that's Chris. You know what I mean? Because you don't got the locks no more, so it be throwing me off. So I heard, if you don't mind coming in a little bit, if you don't mind, because you came. Come on in. Are you scared of the camera? Because I heard you performing all that. That's how I know. So I'm not asking you to perform. But as a part of what we're doing, there's everybody has roles. So when we come on Tuesdays, it's a prep. It ain't real tricky. I just want y'all to fall into it as we do it over the course of the summer. But somebody has to be a guest. Somebody has to be the host. We got videographers. We got a social media manager. But we also on here, I want to promote art. Not so much entertainment. Because I remember when I first started the show, I was saying entertainment. And it's like, I don't want entertainment, though. I want art. So I heard that you do art. So when will I get an opportunity as a part of you being in this program? Because you are in the program. You came in here, so now you're in here. You got jumped in. You got jumped in. You didn't know, but now you jumped in. But all jokes aside, tell us what your art is. Tell us who you are, and then tell us what your art is.
My name is Chris, or Christopher. My art is more of in the music industry, right? I get paid all the time for making music with Route to the Future and also another program called Fan Frequency Productions, which is also a summer program, but it's like a year-long program, right? So it started last summer, ends this summer. You know, you get paid around $1,000 something, and then for your second summer, you get paid $250 every 2 weeks. You know, so it's like a little thing. They give you a free laptop, all that kind of stuff. They give you all the stuff that you need so that you could progress as a whole in the music industry, I guess.
Okay.
You get
so
to meet.
Say what the programs are again.
It's Fan Frequency Productions.
Where that's located in the city? If you remember.
It's at Drexel University.
Okay.
But it's not a Drexel program.
Okay.
But they do their work there at the Dornsife Center. And there is Route to the Future, which is at Roosevelt Elementary School. They do work inside one of the juvenile centers in Philly.
We on the path to closing that joint down too. If for all of the young people who be moving around with me, something that y'all gonna get, and don't forget your wisdom, something that y'all gonna get is I do youth abolition work. I work with an organization called Care Not Control. What our demand is we stop locking young people up. There's no data that proves that helps our society in any way. Anything that you can start to say, safety, money, education, you can go on and on. There's no documented proof over the time that we've been locking young people up. That's people who are 25 and younger. I know y'all thought I was gonna say like 18, 16. Y'all know what the science is. Y'all know what the science is. So there's no documented evidence that any part of our society gets improved when you lock up people 25 and younger. It's a lot of other reasons why that doesn't work, but just for that particular demographic, 25 and younger, there's no evidence that we become safer, that we become more cultured, that we make more money, that we are more healed, that people are not being abused and even more damaged and put into turmoil living in this society. So we are trying to lock those, we're going to lock those places up. One of the places that you're probably talking about is JJC. They gave them like $4 million to lock up young people. Like, and your homie, we took him down there too when it was a fresh, cause he be wilding. But we gonna talk. We gonna get to him. Don't worry about it. He all right. We gonna get him. He got family. So I always want to make y'all aware that y'all need to be a part of this Care Not Control movement. Shout out to Britt. Shout out to Autumn. Shout out to Nino. I know I'm forgetting people. Y'all know I don't. I don't feel the type of way because I'm forgetting you. It's not like I'm leaving you out on purpose. Rodney. It's a lot of folks. Michaela. It's a lot of folks that I can name. My folks in Connecticut. My folks in Kansas. I can go on and on. But we all a part of that movement now. So if you come around me, you about ending youth imprisonment. And if you a young person, I know you rocking with it. I'm not going to run into any young people that tell me that they should lock young people up. So I'm going to just go ahead and speak for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak for y'all right now. Even though they say everything should be youth-led, and it should, but I should have my advisory role. So what is the actual art that you do? Do you play the guitar? Do you rap? Do you sing? Do you do a combination of all those things?
I do drums, piano, and guitar. I sing, but I don't rap. Okay. I can't rap at all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I cannot rhyme.
Cool. Hip hop is optional. I'm not gonna say that. Not to the youth. I'm not gonna do that. So
can't rhyme at all. I ain't gonna lie.
That's cool. Can you actually sing or can you just carry a note?
I can sing. Actually,
you can sing. Damn, the way he dipped his head, I'm like, I could sing. Like he going. You know what I mean? You feel me though? I'm not mad. I'm not shooting no shots at you. I just respected it. I seen it. From one man that's confident about the things he could do to another man that's confident about the things that he could do. Young man. I seen it, bro. I seen it. Now I'm not gonna ask, can you sing for us today? You can't. I knew that confidence came with some limitations. It's okay though. We here. We family. So nah, I don't mean. I just want to allow you to know by bringing you in that way, because I've been around you, but we've never actually talked. And if you know, this is me talking. This is not me like putting you on the spot. I'm like this everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So bringing you on the show and talking to you like this is not like, oh man, he's grandstanding. But they probably told you like I'm out my mind a little bit, but I'm cool. I'm cool. I got it together. So I'm saying all that because I would appreciate, and I do appreciate you being in the program. You know what I'm saying? Sitting next to my brother Maj, who hasn't asked you a question as a host. I'm carrying the whole show right now. It's getting a little deep. Y'all didn't ask our facilitator anything. I'm carrying it. Nobody cut in. I'm teaching you how it go. We can't have no dead air. I can't just stop and be like, so is anybody else gonna say anything?
I'm just thinking of a
that.
question.
It gotta be a flow.
I do got a question.
All right. So you can have, but this I apologize, but this is my thing. You can have a question for Took, or you can have a question for Chris.
I got a question for you first.
Okay.
How did you know you could sing? Like, was you playing around when you just hit a note and was like, dang, I could take this all away? Or
No, if anything, it was more me like, I guess when I was younger, I would always be singing and stuff, just like randomly for like no reason at all, right? And then like I got into my music program and stuff. I was singing. They was like, bro, you can sing. You should sing at the program. I'm like, no. I said no. For like the first 4 or 5 years of me being at that program, I said no. I was not gonna sing for anybody other than myself and my family. And then I finally got on stage. I had to sing for like a whole crowd, and it was just like, I kind of like it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know.
Right.
so how old are you? You said when you was younger.
16.
How old are you?
16.
16. So
Well,
the
well,
other thing
well,
I would
well-
like everybody to know that this is a program from, I said 14 to 26, but it's my program. So 11 to 26. So for all of those people who are going to see this, I don't think that my brother right here will mind y'all coming up in here on Tuesday and being a part of this whole thing, maybe watching some of the things he do. Because another thing that I want to get to, and don't forget the other question, please. I did want to ask this. When you said earlier, like, ownership gave you the ability to create a skill set. Because you was like, I got the stuff, now I'm a programmer. So like how important has being able to have the stuff, have all the equipment, and be able to just learn all of these different things as a part of this being maintained, instead of having to bring people in to do a lot of stuff?
Well, the more you can do, the more value you are to yourself. So the more education with YouTube is crazy. Is you can basically Google or YouTube anything you want to do, and if you like it, go with it, invest in it, and you'll become successful in it. You just gotta march on if you really like it.
Nah, I appreciate, and I'm trying to stop saying nah, because I keep hearing myself like I'm disagreeing, but that's just how I talk. The thing that I appreciate about that part of it is like the ownership. That ownership, you can get to choose whether you like this thing. It's yours. Like, it's like, all right, let me see. I'm gonna grab all the stuff I need, and it's like, oh shit, I actually like this. And the more important part is, again, that self-sustainable part. Y'all gonna hear me say that a lot. You need to be able to go anywhere and have some type of skill set about yourself for being able to survive. If nobody don't mess with me, what can I do for myself? What self-sustaining thing can I do for myself to be able to maintain? Right. And the more skill sets you learn, the more places you can go and build wherever you at, like really build.
Bottom line.
Yeah, no, I had a question. So, from you making shirts and transitioning over to the whole radio situation, right?
Right.
What was your hardest thing with that?
The hardest thing is doing what Jarue got down, is getting a team, building a team that you trust, and everybody is on the same page. Everybody want to do what you want to do, and the whole movement will move forward. Like what y'all doing right now, people will pay y'all to do what y'all doing right now just because people need teams. It's a person with a dream with no team. It's a lot of people out there. So if y'all get home in on what y'all doing now, it's a skill set, and people will pay y'all for that.
I always love when people, he almost brought me to tears, man. I love when people say what I be saying all the time. Community, bro. Community. If we can move, if you can get 3 to 4 people to do anything together in unison and go hard at it, it's nothing they can't build. I'm like, anything. 4 people. You don't even necessarily need 4. 2 people could do it, but 4 people, anything. If we want to get better at hoop, if we want to become better readers, if we want to make one of us a scholar, a philosopher, a carpenter, whatever it is.
You figure everybody know I use them a lot. Wallow and Gilly as examples. You see Wallow and Gilly, but they have a small team behind their camera that keeps them working, that keeps them on schedule, that keeps, it's a team that people don't see, but they get paid well, but you just don't see them. But it is what it is. It's a million jobs.
And it's crazy because that's what I'm trying to, the cultural thing about what you saying, and the reason why I say it all the time, because I think just purely as friend groups, as families, we need to start moving for real in a systematic way like that. Those are the first people you can move as a system with. You kind of know all these people already. You kind of know all the ins and outs of them, goods and bad. Even if it's that you and that cousin that don't get along, y'all know enough about each other that we can really actually do business and know that it's really going to benefit both of us. Because everybody that's attached to you is related to me and vice versa. So even if me and you don't get along, but we can understand that principle that all of these people are attached to us, we can still make shit happen and still not actually deal with each other, but benefit each other and everybody that's attached to us by working together. So that's why, like, we saying it, I don't want to say it as a part of business. I want to say it as a part of culture, as a part of community, as a part of family.
It's part of life.
There you go. And I don't got to say no more after that.
I do got another question. So you said you know how to play the drums, right? All right. Quick question. Would you say you can teach people how to play the drums? Like, that's how good you are at it? Or is it more so like you are alright?
I mean, yeah, I can definitely teach some people how to play drums. Not like how the best drummers playing and stuff out there, you know. But it's like, from my experience, I can definitely teach a certain amount of, I guess, what I have, because I've been playing drums for around 6-7 years now.
So you really got the experience with that, the guitar, singing. So you ever thought about showing people?
Guitar only had 1 year.
Oh,
but
1 year?
yeah,
Better
guitar and piano only 1 year. But with drums, 7 years. I've been doing it basically all my life since I was 8 years old. I love it.
So we gonna get a drum solo. We not gonna necessarily get singing. We gonna get a drum solo.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, so we gonna have to set that up because one of these Tuesdays, and the reason why I'm kind of like leaning on that because I want y'all to understand that the art piece of this is important. And every week somebody can, like they were scared last week, to be honest. Somebody told me they had a monologue. They had some things they wanted to ask as a 13, as a 13-year-old. And then when we got up here, he became the videographer. But it's okay, because he still took a part. But maybe he will get the confidence to do his monologue at another time. But we will get to him. So we did have another guest. We don't want Chris to take up all the time. We really wanted to allow Chris to know we appreciate him being around. Oh, I did want to ask one more thing. He said he can sing. Y'all be around him. Can he actually sing? Just anybody?
Yes, he can. He can
can?
actually sing. Yes.
Okay, he can't sing. The young women don't know anything about his vocals. His
He
vocal.
can sing. I heard him sing before.
Bro, we got your side of it. It's a side to this thing. So they're basically saying no, but we trust that this man wouldn't come on national TV and lie about singing. So. But we will get the drum solo. Hopefully we would get, singing going on up here. I can do a little ones and twos. They ain't never heard me on the show, but I can get some stuff accomplished.
If y'all want to hear me sing, catch me this winter. I got y'all.
Okay. Now this is something you get paid.
Yeah, I get paid.
You get paid per gig, or you get paid as a part of the program you in, or both?
I get paid. Well, I get paid mainly during the summertime, but with the other program I was talking about, Fan Frequency Productions, I get paid when I make music.
Okay.
So, if my boss give me a little task and stuff, if it's like for someone else, right? If I'm making some music for somebody else, if somebody else asks for music for me, like I think a couple months ago and stuff, my boss gave me and my workers or clients, I guess, right? I guess a little task to make some music for JP. You know what it is? Yeah, right. So I guess that's what we do.
All right.
We get paid.
So let me ask you, do you got like copyrights and all that good stuff? Like, do you own publishing for your right? Because do you write? You just sing? Do you?
I can't write music. But like I haven't really posted music yet either. Because it's like that's not really something I want to do yet. Because so far I'm just experimenting.
Okay.
and making music and making money on the side.
Right.
So far I don't have anything like that, any
like that.
copyright, anything like that. No, it's just,
I like that. And you sound more like a musician, actually. Like you sound like somebody that can probably do a variety of different things musically and just bring that out to folks. So you sound more like a musician than anything else. Okay. People showing love off the strength that, see, man, the ball should have been on the show. So this is the question I need to ask personally for myself. How is this the first time this is happening in the 4 years? Did I didn't ask? You know what I'm saying? Did I ask and then not get back to it? Like,
I don't know.
you know what I'm saying? Like the brother been every week I've been up here, he been up here. He don't miss a Tuesday neither. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I really was thinking about that. Like, did I ever ask? I'm sure I alluded to it, but I don't think I ever pressed you. Like, come on, man, you gotta come on the show. But I think this is in due time. This is a celebration. You almost brought me to tears earlier because it's like I appreciate that. It's not the self-aggrandizement. It's like teaching these young folks like character means something. Like being sturdy means something. Not y'all get all these ideas about what sturdy is, and it ain't really a lot of those things that y'all think.
Yeah, sturdy is being here. Let me see, I've been here 12 years. I think I missed like 2 days, 2 or 3 days. I've been here every day.
Institution building.
You know what I mean? Just because I'm part of the community, people look for me. People don't ask, is Walmart going to be open today? Hell yeah, Walmart going to be open today. So why should not be open today? Why shouldn't Glockerware be open today?
Listen, man, I hope y'all taking this in. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate doing it in this forum because people like to tell you all of these different structural things that's supposed to happen, how things are supposed to happen. Like, nah, you can create learning environments in any type of setting. And you don't got to have the letters and all that on the name because it's a bunch of PhDs that wouldn't negate, like, y'all wouldn't have felt it. I feel like they feel it. And they know Took. A lot of these young people already know Took. They see what he do. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody else got any questions before we move to this other guest?
I got 2 questions for both of y'all, kind of similar. So when you transition into like the whole podcast scene, and for you too, do you feel at first like shocked that you technically on camera talking? You know, they not in front of you, but they in front of you in a sense. Like, you ever felt like, dang, like I don't, like uncomfortable, I guess. And if you did, what was like y'all main thing getting through it?
Yeah, well, for me, it was it's all a part of business because in actuality, I do T-shirts. I'm a worker. So when we transitioned to radio, that was cool. When I first listened to myself on the radio, I hated my voice. Like, oh my God, I can't even listen to myself. So then, as it went on, podcasts came, and then you had to see yourself visually. And I was like, oh my God, this is the worst. But it's somebody got to do it, and it's a business, and I respect everything in the entertainment business was going on. So I just got to do what I got to do and much along. You know what I mean?
So this John, I talk about this all the time. This was not the goal at all. I didn't watch interviews, read shit to be an interviewer, to be somebody that would be on TV or be in media. None of that. Like, none of that. Doing the work. Somebody that I was working with came up with an idea that I thought was dope. You know what I'm saying? Using podcasting as a way to bring in local artists and give them an understanding of why they should use their platform to do something social. So all the conversation was supposed to be around that. It wasn't supposed to necessarily be to promote entertainment or you know what I mean? It was really supposed to be a platform so that local artists can get an understanding of how important you are and how you can still keep doing what you're doing, but utilize a portion or all, however you see fit, to something social. Because if you're a local artist, you haven't really gone anywhere yet. You haven't even gotten to the point where you can lead for real. You know what I mean? So while you moving up the ladder, you can ingratiate yourself to people in a different way by saying, look, I talk what I talk because I'm from where I'm from. But it's a part of me that knows I got to juxtaposition this with taking care of my community for some reason, any reason. It just makes sense. Even if you just building your brand more. Because that was going to be a real conversation about branding and how to brand. You know what I mean? But for me, once I got on this joint, and I can show you the show later. Once I got on this joint, it was just, the shit was popping. Like, I just was like, nah, this is easy. I didn't feel any nerves. None at all. Like I was waiting to tell y'all motherfuckers what I had to say.
No, without a question.
Like day one, it was just like I
good.
was watching Jones and like, damn, bro, like I was like, I gotta get this shit out. Like that's how I felt. Like y'all need to hear it, and people were always, and to this day, they respond to it. Like they respond to it, so it's like that for me, nothing. Like it was just this what I was supposed to be doing, and then I'm still doing it. And then it became therapy, because now I can come up here and I really the ownership part. If I'm late, I'm late. Not that I don't have no respect for what's going on, but this me, and I'm living my life, and shit goes on, and it happens. And when I show up, I'm not gonna shortchange you. If you get me for 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, you ain't get shortchanged. Like for real.
Like life is short, man, and when you find people that can help you, Jarue is a person that's forging opportunities for other people. Y'all need to help him out and do whatever he can do, because the bigger Jarue get, the bigger y'all gonna get, and he's making waves. So help him out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find good people in your life that's doing good things and help them out. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
Hold up, bro. As far as that, you treating this like
just messing
it
with y'all.
became therapy in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a key thing that I feel like should get pushed more, because sometimes the best therapy is just voicing yourself and having your own platform and really pop what you need to pop.
Without a question. That made a lot of sense.
And that's the big part of this too. We talk about it. If anybody gets to, well, y'all all can get to see the grant. One of these days, I'm gonna read the grant as a part of just kind of giving y'all some insight on how it goes, how it went down, late nights, multiple folks, just to get a little bit of bread to try to open it up for other shit, and then realize this ain't no fucking money, and they might have just set you up. But nah, we gonna make it pop. But I appreciate that, man, because the healing part of this is what we do. The Village Restoration Project, PSA, Reentry Community Farms, like we move in a way where it's like the healing part of it is the most important part for us. Not saying that you are ever going to be healed, but something that I talk about with my folks is like, why can't we create a space where the next generation is not coming out traumatized already? And the only way we can do that if we are continuously talking about all the different ways to heal. And this is just one of those ways. Farming is one of those ways. Restorative justice is one of those ways. Research is one of those ways. Podcasting is one of those ways. You know what I mean? Not just for the person that's podcasting, but people who are listening to it. The people who come on there. That conversation might save somebody's life. And that's the healing part, because that conversation stopped you from putting yourself in a space where you was going to end your life. So right then in that moment, healing started because of that conversation.
Without a question.
So I appreciate that from our host who came back strong at the end, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like he stepped up, he staked his claim from Southwest Philly, and when we needed him, he stepped up, and that was a major way to close out the show. This guy can think. I was like, no. I'm just fucking with y'all. So, and y'all thought I wasn't gonna curse around the kids. I'm sorry, it happens. So, at least y'all worries though. So, one more thing, man. Allow me to know how you deal with all of these people. Like just me being here for 4 years, I done seen some black people come in here.
No, without a question.
How do you? Like let them know that, because I think that's the biggest thing about getting anything back to that patience thing and all that. That's the biggest part about maintaining anything. Understanding if you're gonna do this shit, you're gonna have to deal with people, man.
The biggest thing in business is being transparent. Letting a person know, if you can't do something, I can't do it. Mm-hmm. Don't put the pressure on me. I can't do it. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna do it to my best of my ability. That's the biggest thing in business, is being transparent.
I like how that shit be short and sweet. I learned something today, man. Short and sweet. Sometimes, nah, y'all never getting that. I'm giving y'all all these bars. Yo, do anybody else, my videographer, my social media manager, my nephews, you know what I'm saying? Anybody got anything to say on the way out today? Anybody?
I do. Download the Glockaway Radio app. It's free. It's in your Google Play Store. It's nothing. You can tell your homie, man, send your music to Glockaware. They'll play it. All you gotta do is listen to the app. It's nothing. Or you can visit Glockaware.com. We blog daily. All you gotta do is hit us up. Man, my homie got a decent video. We want it on your site. Yeah, all you got to do is interact with us. Go to glockaware.com, the music stream on there as well. Glockaware.com, Glockaware radio app, Glockaware on YouTube, Glockaware on Twitch, Glockaware on Facebook, Glockaware on Instagram, all social medias. We out there. And thank y'all. I appreciate this.
If they out there, I'm out there. So anywhere Glockaware PSA is there. He just did our whole commercial. But I appreciate that because that's a part of this, man. Push yourself. However you form the words, however you want the art to look, push yourself. Talk about yourself. Move yourself. Other people gonna move with you. I appreciate you, bro. Don't leave me hanging, please. Don't leave me. Yo, man, this is PSA Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday, Takeover Love, Support. Great. Nobody has ever interrupted that before. So this question, you got to sit right here for this question. Before we get up, this better be good. And I want him to sit close because nobody has ever interrupted that. So this better be a good question, or it's going to be some physicalities in here. Let me know. What's the question? Give me a good one. I don't care that your mother's watching.
I just wanted to know, how long have you been doing this for?
That was an amazing question. He redeemed himself. I love this little brother right here. So I've been doing this for 4 years. The first show was March 29th, 2021. Go check it out on Glockaware. Scroll down the playlist, y'all. Go all the way to the beginning of PSA. Just keep going. Keep seeing that PSA thing go down, 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 down. The first episode, I'm on the front like this in a hoodie. I don't remember who hoodie it was, but shout out to them. I might not even like you no more. I'm talking about shout out to them. Man. But anyway, we was there. We was there together. It was a beautiful thing. But that was the first show, March 29th, 2021. That's how long I've been doing it. This is an institution, and I am on an institution, and he just explained it to y'all. I love black people! That's what we doing out here.